Hello and welcome to another episode of Motorsport Manager of Levingston Motors. We're close to the end now. I think there's like 3 or 4 races left. Calendar. For this one, there's probably going to be rain. Last time there was rain in Australia, no less. And I pretty much messed up Makarova's race. Still got third though, so we did okay in the end, I guess. But that was a race we could have done very well on. We didn't take full advantage of the rain, of the wet weather, because I put the wrong tyres on, if I recall correctly. We don't have the best engine, but we will do next season if that stands. Second gearbox. And we can force suspensions to be spec. That will be a big help next season. I think there's definitely a 3-season plan. 3-season plan, because I think we're building the test track, which makes it easy to build better engines because we get great parts. We are losing a lot of money though because we've lost our key sponsors because we're only 4 stars. Well, some of them anyway. No matter. I'm going to take a risk and go for 6. I think 6 is quite achievable. Qualifying, we don't normally do great. Back to third and third. Ooh. So we can definitely get that in both. Because I think I messed up the qualifying as well. Where was 6? I'm going to play it safe. I'll take the 400,000. Any new parts. So yeah, that's the best engine on the grid. Can't use it because it's risky. Best gearbox on the grid. So the best gearbox on the grid is like what? Within the gap of those two. So the team that's got the better gearbox than us, it's in like in the 680s. So when it comes to the rate stripping, that's gonna be very good. We should have the best one on the grid with the weight stripping. So just going all out now for the most part on performance for next season, because this season's pretty much wrapped up. We're gonna get top 4, which is fantastic. To be honest, that is fantastic. I was expecting it to be down here, but because the engine's gone from spec to normal, we've been able to take that. Get advantage out of it, and we've got basically 2 really good key parts. I think I'm designing another gearbox, which was actually a waste of money, to be honest. But we can force the spec through because we've got 11 votes. No one's stopping that. Parts are fine. I'm sure parts are fine. Yep. Pit crew. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Let's race. This time I will keep an eye on the weather. I'm doing this on the weekend, on a Sunday evening, not after work, so I'm less tired, so I should be more alert. Emphasis on should. Ooh, oh boy. So I will take practice, get the right setups, and I will see you for qualifying. That is the end of practice. I actually did that about a week ago. Makarova got top spot. Engelhardt with a better car getting second. I'm pretty sure I weight stripped them, so Engelhardt coming behind. He's got a better car anyway. So Makarova pleased with the performance today. But will that carry over into qualifying? That is the question. I have weight stripped them. So Engelhardt coming behind is really poor. Subs, Ultras, I didn't get any qualifying trim done, apparently. Which is a bit annoying. In fact, Makarova is going to have the Ultra Soft Tyre bonus and Super Overtake mode, so she might do better here than Engelhardt. Realistically, she probably should do. Where are we now? We're in Japan? Is this Japan? Canada. Japan was ages ago. need to get reacquainted because I had to save it after practice. Vancouver. I think they've got like 95%, 96% setups. Yep. Vancouver. I don't know. I don't know if that's right. I'm just gonna put Canada. It should get easier to spell names Canada. Yeah, 96 and 95. It was a little dodgy if I remember right. Canada. Right. So no rain. I'm gonna check that this time. Everything's fine. It's on ultras. We won't use them for the race. I always go with the harder compound because there's no point dueling with the better cars. So go longer stints to compensate. And we'll take qualifying. And basically, because these qualifying sessions aren't that long, I send them out pretty much straight away because that will give them 2 shouts of getting a good time. Only 8 minutes. Auto on. Auto is usually alright. You just gotta hope that no one comes out as we're about to start our lap. We'll speed it up. Oh, someone's come out. That's annoying. Get out of my way. Engelhart's perfectly clear though. Engelhart getting a faster time. I don't know if that car in front of Makarova's affecting her performance. But we'll see where we place after cars finish. We should get in the top half. I think that's Chariot. Yep, Chariot. They got the fastest cars on the grid with the best drivers. Vidal doing pretty well. I mean, look at Wilmore. He's miles ahead of everybody else. I think Esperanca are also a decent side. And Ruiz, Motorsport. What the hell are you? You shouldn't be that high. Spirit. Okay. Team Kirov. So 7th and 9th, not great, but not terrible. Right, we'll send you out again on a fresh set of tyres. That looks pretty clear. Same with you. Get out. See, by going early, we're going to get a second shout. It was 17. Or 16 even. Right, they're on the in lap, so as long as people don't come out ahead of us, we're right for both drivers, I think. I mean, 18, that's ahead of Makarova's on his out lap, so he's gonna go in for it as well. So we shouldn't really catch him. Engelhart's perfect and perfect. Makarova's going to be overheated and perfect. So Engelhart with a good chance here to set a solid time. But it's slower. It's slower than his first lap. Makarova's faster. Engelhart's faster in the second sector. Makarova's caught to someone in front of her, but she's also faster. Engelhart up into 4th. Makarova up into 4th. So 4th and 5th. That's probably more what you'd expect, because we have got a good engine and a good gearbox. All things considered, 5th and 6th now. Lundqvist might overtake us. He does. So 6th and 7th, that's about right. The top 3 teams like ahead of us. But I think we could have took the lowest sponsor objective there. It's like the race I'm more comfortable with. Qualifying's a bit of luck as well. But Wilmore was initially storming qualifying. It finishes by like 100th of a second. No, like, yeah, 100th of a second on pole. So it's Chariot again. Chariot still in the league. Where you'd expect. You know, we're the upper mid-table team. Because our engine and gearboxes are good, and the weight stripping helps. I did see a rain there. There is rain that is coming, apparently. Oh, it's early. Oh, that's early. I thought like 4. I think the strategy here is ultras. Hammer the ultras, go on to inters. Although we might have to go into wets. It is 3 lines, which usually means heavy rain. I mean, how long can ultras last? See, if it's ultras and rain for the rest of the race, or like towards the end, we can go back on ultras. So that might be better. Yeah. 79 and by lap 6. Okay, so they should just about last for her. I will keep a fuel tank here, because then we can have one pit stop where we don't refuel. I'll make like the first one, get straight onto the right tyre. Because I suspect if the AI do what they normally do, they will stay on a bit too long or change too early. This pit stop could decide our race. What we got to do though is discover if it will be wet weather or just inter weather. So that's fine. I thought it was 99 then, I'm like, what? But no. I think Engelhardt has higher smoothness, so he should be perfectly fine on ultras. Same for you. And there's Perk. And race trim, so he doesn't matter. So we should get 10th. He might as well attack overtake. Try and get an early quick start. Because the AI don't attack with their tyres usually. So it's 1-1 on pole for Chariot, who was in first. Nobody having a decent qualifying. He's fifth in the championship, but second on the grid today. Ingledew having a steamer, mid-table. And second from bottom, Marta Lemes Totti gets 4th position. A weird qualifying session actually. Some of the heavy hitters are actually quite low, like Margate here was second overall in the current driver standings. He's down in 9th. Got Show's in 7th. Where's Engelhardt? Is that 4th, I think? Yeah, it's 4th. 7th on the grid. Beaten by his teammate who has the super overtake mode, which is the difference really. But she has no super overtake mode for the Grand Prix itself. And that is 5 red lights for the Canadian Grand Prix. And Makarova immediately moves up a position. Poor start from Engelhardt, but he doesn't drop. He's going to drop now though, I can see a car on him. Makarova's off on one. She has a good form in qualifying, good form in practice, and is off to a good start in the race. It might be wet weather. I think it's going to be wet weather, to be honest. Makarova battling for 4th here. Moving up 2 places at the start of the race. That's pretty solid. We need to discover if it's wet or inter weather. So Lemes Totti is pretty low down the pecking order in the driver standings. So, and the team are like 7th. So we can catch that car. 20% like the last 5 laps. I'll have to drop it down probably next lap actually. We'll try and get into top 3 though. We can catch that car. I'm convinced we can catch it. Wilmore got the fastest car on the grid. You know, he's in pole position. He's got clear air. He's going to fly off. It's the biggest benefit of pole position, that. Right, go back to normal. It's going to be wet weather. It's going to be wet. And he can push hard as well because the temperature is going to be low. So we'll bring Makarova in first. You got to time it right because if you go out if you're coming too early, you're going to wreck your wet tyres, and get no advantage out of them because they'll be driving on the wrong surface. Makarova is being caught now that she's had to slow down a bit. The rain is here. That's a bit early, actually. That's earlier than I thought. You'll save your fuel for now because you're nowhere near anyone. Ungvist on the charge and he's got the faster car. Mikhailovic has crashed. Mikhailovic. Not to do with us. Makarova defending 4th position. Right, I'm going to pit now. Because it's going to stay wet for a while. Don't bother for fuel. Overtake you. One Engelhardt. Makarova going to try and keep 4th position. I doubt she will because that is a faster car. I was going to bring it. Yeah, she's lost it now. Yeah, it's damp, but I think you're going to have to stay out for one more lap, I'm afraid. I think this is the right time to pit. Right, you go on to wets, fuel, you're fine, everything's fine. No repair, no fuel, just a tyre. It is going to drop though, actually. So you're going to want to switch to inters at some point. And there was a mistake on the tyres, naturally, even though I had literally no % chance to, on the pit crew management. To be fair, I think the inters might be the better shout here. I'm actually going to change my strategy, actually, because it's going to drop straight away. I'm going to put you on inters, mate. Makarova. I might just screw Makarova over, to be honest, but well, there's a bitch in this game. She's going to have like 2 or 3 laps where she's like on the right tyre. But you're going to go on inters. I'm going to spread my luck about a bit, I think. Oh, I don't know. So like lap 8 to about lap 13, it's going to be wet weather. Is anyone else pitting? Yeah, inters. I'm going to go on inters because if they're not pitting yet, they'll go into wets and have to pit again anyway. Or straight onto inters and they'll be on wet weather, so I've got nothing to lose by pitting early here onto inters, I don't think, judging by the AI strategy. The problem is, will it dry out later on, and that's going to screw Makarova over. But I've got 2 strategies here, so as long as neither driver crashes, Engelhardt, we should get a decent score. We should get like a scoring position, I think. So onto inters. Yep. I'm not going to attack him because it's probably going to crash if I do that. It's on the wrong tyre. Right. Inters, everything's complete. He's now on the right tyre. People are onto the wets. But it is going to dry, so I think Engelhardt might have the right strategy because those on the wets are too far behind to really get to him. And now on the right tyre, Engelhardt should start really moving up the field. we can actually get past people. Come on. Thank you. Right, people are pitting now. Those in the lead are pitting. And they're going to fall behind Engelhardt. Engelhardt is going to be in first place. They're on the wets. Makarova moves into fourth for now. Drops into fifth. So, Engelhardt in first position. He will get caught because they're on the wets. And the wet tyre will be the right one soon. We've kind of copied everyone else's strategy with Makarova, so our bets are covered. I mean, she's lost a bit of tyre wear, but I'll live. Open White still into weather will gain, and it'll be enough to try and see him off. I mean, we've got top three. We've got a podium spot at the minute with Engelhardt, especially if Makarova can get to Hamilton, because that'll still fourth down and secure the top three. I mean, if we get top three, I'll take it. We shouldn't be winning any race. It is soaked. That means they're going to probably start catching me now. Now the works. I've dropped my thing. I've dropped my aggression. And they've got faster cars, so going at like a similar pace, their standard pace is faster than my standard pace. But we have got a bit of a gap to work with. You might as well slow down for now. If we can keep a top 2 spot, if it goes back to interweather, we're doing alright. We won't keep first because Wilmot's going to be too fast. He's catching like him, you know what I mean? He's not really... I mean, if you overtake as well, because he's catching like a madman, Jesus. He's right there. His car's just that fast, it's insane. And he's on a better tyre. I will attack for a bit, see if that holds him off. If we can hold him off until it gets to like 2 or 3 laps from now, we can start pulling away again because we're on the right tyre for it. But I don't think we will. I think it's a fruitless endeavour here. Makarova's kind of in no man's land. I'm going to keep pushing. But we're on a slower tyre now. He's going to get past. But it is going to quiet down the rain. And it is going to dry. In fact, we might start getting got quite quickly here because we are in the wrong tyre. But it is going to start getting dry again. We want these to last until it gets dry. Like 4 or 5 more laps. If we can get one more lap without Motor taking over, we can defend second position. Because he's on the right tyre, so he should get ahead of us. But if we can defend it, right, another lap, we'll be on the right tyre. Yeah, block him off, block him off. Nice, nice, nice. Good defending. You're going to have to pit for Inters. I think both are going to have to pit for Inters, to be honest. It's 18 laps. Your parts are fine, though. I think pitting for Inters is going to be the right call for Makarova. We'll lose too much time on the wets, especially with her being solo anyway. She has to pit again. No, you're fine. If you can defend it for like half a lap, it's going to turn into interweather. Oh, it's going to stay into. It's okay, yeah, it's going to rain again. Right, so conserving these tyres no longer do really matter, to be perfectly honest. There we go. It looks like we're back onto interweather. That's good. If they're going to stay out on wets, we're going to catch them with the Makarova. This could be a decent race. Makarova's out. She's come out a bit too early, actually, because now she's going to have to overtake everyone who's now on the wrong tyre. I think, anyway. Right, try and catch first position here. Oh. I'm going to have to pit again, I think, after this. These tyres aren't going to last much longer. Makarova really slowing up the field now. In that case, we might as well just keep attacking, because we're going to pit next lap anyway. In fact, it might actually turn into wet weather soon, so we might switch again. We might play in our favour. You're fine, I'm going to fuel up next turn anyway, next lap anyway. Right, fresh set of inters. Put a bit extra fuel in so we can push, because he's going to have plenty of part condition. He is catching Wilmore very quickly here. Now that he's on the better compound for this race. If Wilmore stays out, he's a bit mad, but I think he will. And it's probably going to turn into wet weather tyre for the end of the race. Well, Engelite is right behind Wilmore. Gets past him. Who stays on the wet weather tyre. He's staying out until it gets wet again. It would be great if that's how high it goes and it stays that way. That's perfect for us. Engelhart's out in 5th, but he's on a better compound and they've all got a pit. So we should get past him on these straights here. Alright, conserve for now. You can conserve because you're on the better compound. Are they pitting yet? They're not pitting. So, we've all got to pit again. Because I have to fuel up. I don't have to fuel up now. I can just switch tyres, go. So I think I'm in a good spot. Well, at least with Engelhart. Makarova is also in a decent spot. Right, they're pitting now. What they're pitting onto. Everyone's going on into inters and it's probably going to stay into actually. Right, you need to conserve. So we are in 1st. They're not pitting again, I don't think. I think everyone's pitting again, to be perfectly honest with you. Macarova's pitting again for sure. But we don't have to fuel up. Pardon me. Go away, Discord. I'm busy. Speed up a couple of laps. He's not pushing, so he's not going to really catch us yet. Right, it's going to stay into, I think. That's into weather, that. Can we get 11 laps out of these tyres? That might be the better bet. Try and stay on for all the laps and hope they have to pit. And Makarova's pitting again. I mean, we'll match his engine mode. We've got the fuel to do it. He has to push hard with his engine and stuff, and he has to like pit again. I'm going to try and go as long as possible with Engelhardt. So I think he might just get away with it. You are going to have to pit again. We'll pit now. She can get points actually if the pit crew don't mess her up, because Clark Smith might have to pit again. Right, she's in. She's going to come out in 7th from the looks of it. No, she's in 5th. She's in 5th ahead of Clark Smith, who is pitting again. Our tyres are starting to match up now, so we're going to have the same pit strategy. Actually, overtake Mo for a bit. Try and pull ahead while he's not pushing, because we can win this race. We're getting a podium. We're getting a podium. I think these tyres will definitely last. The best Makarova can get is 4th, really, unless she gets really lucky and everyone ahead of her pits. But I think Engelhardt can get away with it. We are fighting for first position here. We're fighting for first again. Wetweather screwed me over last race. This race I was prepared. We are slightly pulling away now because we can push our engine a bit. Well, we've only just got excess fuel now. You've got plenty of excess fuel actually. Attack, overtake, try and catch 4th. 4-second gap, but yeah, I've got a few laps to do it in. If we can put pressure on Hamilton here, we might have to pit early or something. His tyres are actually starting to really push it actually. I can match that engine mode. I still get excess fuel. Tense moments actually. We are catching. We're caught by a second. If we keep doing that, we will actually overtake him. 3.6, but his tyre weight's going down. So's ours though. Ours is really bad. Okay, back to normal. Yeah, looking pretty bad. I'm going to take the risk with Engelhardt and go for the win, because I think if the tyres proper go, we'll end up in 4th anyway. Try and conserve. Just retire a bit. Oh, she's one wide. Alright. Take it easy then. Try and just defend. If they pit, I'm going to pit. If they don't pit, I'm not going to bother. Yeah, I know. Get some heating into him. Proper macro-margin this. Hang on, are they really catching now? Not really. No, it's fine. You're fine, Makarova, just keep going. Oh my god, Engelhardt is on so little tyre wear. And one more is white there. But we both got tyre wear issues. McRover's in 4th, actually. That's alright. Right, last lap. Will Engelhardt's tyres survive? On 5%. Jesus. Please survive. He's on 0%. It's not going to matter. Engelhardt, with no tyres, wins the Canadian Grand Prix. McRover went wide. It's cost her potentially 3rd. No, she got 4th anyway because they pitted after attack. 1st and 4th, I think we're number 1 overall in that exchange. We are. We come 1st in the Canadian Grand Prix. 1st and 4th. What a result. 0% tyres. With no tyre head left. Literally driving on the metal. Wilmore could not catch up. And Engelhardt claims a victory. Every time I think about getting rid of him, he wins. Or does something really good. The winner of the Canadian Grand Prix, Falco Engelhardt. I hope that's not a penalty. There might be a penalty. Is there a penalty for finishing with no tread? I've never done it before, so I don't know. There might be. That'd be a bit shit. No, there isn't. We're fine. A few. Engelhardt wins. Makarova in 4th. It's a great day for Levingston Motors. Good stuff. And Engelhardt gets into 2nd position in the championship in the drivers. He's going to get top 3 actually. Should I keep it? Just to think, if he didn't crash in like 3 races, I think 3 races he's crashed. He could be fighting for the title. In our first season. McRover in 11th, in 9th with 11 points. She's got all the worst parts. But we do gain ground in 3rd. We might actually get 2nd here. It's impossible to get 1st. Chariot are just too good. But we could get 2nd. Which would be an incredible result. It's already an incredible result, like we're in top 3. We're going to get top 4 guaranteed. Locatelli shouldn't catch us. Team Kiro shouldn't catch us either. There's only 3 races left. So a very good day. Very good race. Got very lucky. Our tyres could have really let us down there. But McRover continues to improve. Yeah, we need to get to the top league before she wants to leave. Because she won't be signed now, I don't think. We lose a lot of money though. Because of our weaker sponsors. Which is rather unfortunate, but what are you going to do? Yeah, pit crew. Who's the prick? You. You messed up, didn't you? No. Jabari's, whatever that name is, some flippo. You're a flipping idiot. You're a flipping idiot. That's what you are. Right, we do have one actually. Right, well, first things first, I will sort this out. So I've got proof I've done it. Right. What shall we fuel 7? Just rear gently replacing, yeah, ideally. So you have to ignore that because it's assuming you're going to refuel the full tank, which you're never going to do. What can you do? You can refuel and fixing and tyres. Get rid of you. You can do refuel and fixing and front jack. What front jack feet? You're doing front jack then. You can't do anything. You're terrible. You can do refuel fixing, rear jack. You're gonna do the rear jack. Can you do anything? Sure. What can you? You can do. You can do. He's burnt out, but you can do rear. You can do front. Can you do anything else? Tires and refuel. No, he's burnt out. He's on the wrong thing. It should be on the rear jack. There we go. I don't know what burnt out means. Do we just have to fight? It's a bit harsh. Oh, I've done like 1 year racing now. Now I'm. You're hired. I can't do it anymore. Because you can go there. No, we should do that because his refuel's better and his fixing's better. That's a better fit. Right, so you can see. All mistake is 0. All 0. Got one burnt out, but it's all 0. Can anyone else do a rear jack? That's on 0. Can you do a rear jack? No. Can you do a rear jack? Actually, you sort of can. Right, all on 0. All on 0. No burnt out or anything. So, there shouldn't be a mistake next race. That's proof. I'm even going to screenshot it. Screenshot it, Motorsport Manager. If you're going to screw me, you're going to have to do it plain and simple in front of the world. Well, in front of 2 viewers. But whatever. Oh, it's a Home Grand Prix next. Phoenix. It's a boring track as well. This ain't NASCAR. It's Formula 2. And then 2 European races. We should really vote to get rid of one of them just to save on costs. We had your sponsor anyway. Well, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time for more Let's Play Motorsport Manager with Levingston Motors.